welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen you guys, since I've posted, and I'm sure you've probably been wondering, where in the world is she? What is she doing? Did she just give up on us? No. I'm here, I'm back, and I'm ready to share a video, which actually this is going to be a combined video of weeks 8 and 9 of my Invisalign journey, which I am excited to share. I really hope it isn't going to be too long, but I'm just going to give it to you like I have it. So if you're interested in watching to see what happened during weeks 8 and 9 of this journey, keep watching, and please don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. Let's get into the video. Okay, so before we get too far into the video, I do also want to welcome anyone who is new to my channel. Warm welcomes to you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, go on ahead and subscribe to the Self-Care and Beauty Gang. We would love to have you. I would love to have you. It also means a lot to me. So thank you in advance for that. Another thing I want to apologize is for just making you all wait so long for an update on these videos. I've honestly just been sick, excuse me, on and off for the past couple of weeks. I am recovering, not 100% there yet, but I am recovering, but I'm well enough to share another video. So I'm excited to be back. Thank you for your patience. Without further ado, let's get right into this video, give you guys the updates you've been waiting for. So if you're a real one and you've been watching my videos since day one, which I greatly appreciate, you probably already know that I have been talking about this habit that I've had with clenching down on my teeth multiple times throughout the day. It's something that I gained a habit of doing. I haven't really figured out if it was a good habit or, well, I didn't know at the time whether it was a good habit or a bad habit, but in my personal opinion, I just felt that it was a good habit because it helped keep my trays in place. So I thought, which, I mean, it did, but I found that it was basically a bad habit. So at the time, I wasn't sure whether or not it was a good habit or a bad habit, but in my mind, my personal opinion, I felt like it was a good habit because it was helping me keep my trays in place so they weren't like popping out, which they don't really do, but I just felt like it was an extra security. So I was just doing this a lot just to kind of keep them in place, but I've discovered that that's probably not a good idea, and it turned out to be a bad habit that I've created for myself, which I'm still currently trying to get out of. And the reason why I say it was a bad habit is because I ended up basically chewing a hole into one of my trays. Yikes. It was like the top row of teeth, the tray for the top row is where I actually ended up chewing the hole into. It was like on my molar area. I do not have the trays on me right now. I usually toss them after I'm done using them. Now this was during week number 8. I chewed a hole into my trays for week number 8. And when I noticed it, like I was running my tongue against my molars, just, you know, sometimes I do that. And I felt like an opening. It was a small opening, nothing too huge, nothing too crazy. I'm not going to exaggerate it. But the point is there was a small hole there that I had created myself. And I really realized that it was only because I had been, you know, clenching down so often. And mind you, these Invisalign trays are actually like a harder plastic type. They're soft in some places, but they're pretty, you know, like thick in the frontal areas. But needless to say, whatever it is that I have done before with the biting, whatever I was doing, it's just probably best that you don't create that habit for yourself. If you're someone who's wearing Invisalign currently or thinking about it, don't, or even Smile Direct, just don't clench down, because the chances of you chewing a hole into your trays is like pretty high. Because I didn't realize that it was something that I was actually doing until I actually made a hole. And that just tells me that I have been clenching, and not only clenching, but clenching pretty hard to do that. But if you do it often enough, you will find yourself creating a hole, which you don't want to do. So if you're watching this video, just learn from my mistakes, which is another reason why I'm glad I'm actually recording this journey, because you know, a lot of people don't know about what to expect when having such a thing. Like, I didn't know exactly what to expect when I started my Invisalign journey, but I knew I was excited to do it. And deciding to document it is just bringing things into perspective. Like, oh, maybe it's good that I'm doing this because someone else might see it and decide, hey, I'm going to try not to do the things that she did, or I'm going to try and do some of the things she did. It may help you. Maybe it won't. If not, you're a friend or family member. But let's move on to week number 9. Okay, so week number 9, I basically, the trays went in super duper securely. Like I popped them in and it hurt. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But for some reason, week number 9 just got me really hard. And I think it's just because my teeth are so sensitive. They have been getting sensitive too throughout this process. So I'm not saying they're not as strong as they used to be, but just because I'm like inserting and removing the trays so constantly, it's creating some type of sensitivity. So whenever I go into a new week and insert a new tray, it's like it's more painful for that week and the first day or two, just because of how sensitive my teeth are. But it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's giving what it's supposed to give. Okay, so I'm not mad about that. But after realizing what I had done to myself during week 8, I stopped clenching as much and as hard. Now, because it was a habit that I had created, I'm not 100% overdoing it, because I'm still doing it, but just not as much. So now I just find myself, which I did do much more during week 9, I just let my teeth sit like this. I try not to bite down at all. I basically am just trying not to ruin the trays throughout this process, because I want the best results as possible. I had some times where I was a little annoyed to eat during week 9, because at this point it's just like, why does it hurt so bad to bite down on things? I go get a hamburger, some french fries. No, my diet hasn't really changed, but I'm not eating as much. I have lost some weight, but it was good weight because I gained a lot during COVID. That's my excuse, okay, as well as everybody else's, I'm sure. But anyway, you get the point. I have been losing a little bit of weight, but it's just annoying to bite down on food. It has been annoying. And during week 9, since my teeth were so sensitive, I just found myself breaking off pieces of food and just biting with my molars, because if you try to bite into a cookie or a cracker or even a sandwich, it just kind of hurts to bite down directly. So that's one thing that changed, and it's still currently, which we're in week 10, and I'll give you updates on what happened during my follow-up. I can't wait for that week. But yeah, those are some things that changed during week 9. Week 8, you know, I made a mistake. I bit a hole into my trays. Do not follow that example. I really don't want anyone blaming me if they end up with a hole in their trays, if they ever get Invisalign, Smart Direct, whatever it is they need to pop in their mouth. Do not blame me if you end up chewing a hole into your trays, because I warned you in advance. I let you know by clenching. It is not a good idea, which I thought it was at first. It is a bad idea. It's a bad idea, very bad idea. Cross that off your to-do list right now. Don't do it. Forget about it. Just ignore it even happened. The good news is though, guys, my favorite part of these videos is showing you my grill. I'll probably get a thumbnail or something from that. I hope I do. But anyway, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Progress, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Giving what it's supposed to give. Invisalign, I am so here for it. I can't wait to let you guys know what happened on my follow-up appointment for week 10, which I will be posting this weekend. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, okay? That is all I have for today's video, but please subscribe. Don't miss out on what's to come next. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a new video. I promise I won't leave you hanging as long as I did last time, but I was honestly very sick. Join the Self-Care and Beauty Gang today. We want you here. We're excited to have you. We are growing and glowing together, queens. I really hope you enjoyed this video. For anyone who had tapped in and watched, hopefully it helped you. If not, you, a friend or family member, because that's why I'm here sharing my journey. Other than that, I hope you all have a beautiful day, and always remember to stay happy, healthy, and beautiful. Bye.